Hi guys, this is the Nerdy Tech Expert with a video review of Android 9 Pie firmware update that has been released for Sony Xperia XZ Premium about more than a week now. When Sony released this firmware update, they didn't release any sort of changelog or a video like they have done before with their Android Marshmallow, Nougat and Oreo firmware rollout to show people what has been changed, included or improved with this new firmware update. I have been using this firmware update installed on my Xperia XZ Premium for more than a week now, and I think it's time to break things down in order to see what has been changed and improved in this Android 9 Pie firmware update for Sony Xperia XZ Premium. So let's get into it. So before beginning the review, I've also put the Xperia XZ3 right beside the XZ Premium. I've done this because Xperia XZ3 is Sony's first phone that came out of box with Android 9 Pie pre-installed. So we can have a clear comparison of what Sony did change in the firmware update for the Xperia XZ Premium. So first of all, let's see the lock screen. The lock screen on XZ Premium is the same as before, even it has the latest Android 9.0, but the lock screen on XZ3 has been changed significantly. As we move further into the launcher, you see that both have the identical same launchers, and you will also notice that Sony opted out to use the new gesture-based navigation system that we saw on Pixel devices with Android 9 Pie. In my opinion, this is a good move, as I didn't like the gesture-based navigation when I used it on a friend's Pixel 2 XL. Your opinion might differ from mine. The launcher on XZ3 and XZ Premium are totally identical with the same functionality, these icon shortcuts available on both phones, swiping and all, and it is exactly the same. You have to swipe towards the most left to see your Google feed, and this is exactly the same on Xperia XZ3 as well. Now, moving on to the wallpaper section, let's see if anything has been changed on Xperia XZ Premium. These are the same wallpapers that shipped with XZ Premium, and the new wallpapers are reserved for the most latest smartphone, the XZ3. So no big changes for XZ Premium. Let's move to the quick settings. The most major change you will notice when you upgrade Xperia XZ Premium to Android 9 Pie is this redesigned quick settings section, and a little different functionality too. While on older Android 8.2 Oreo firmware, you have to tap on any of the settings underlined on any of the quick settings in order to access advanced settings. Here on Android 9 Pie, you just have to tap and hold the quick settings and it will take you to the advanced settings. For example, if I tap and hold on Wi-Fi, it takes me to its advanced settings. Very easy and very productive. Now, there are little changes in functionality of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on Android 9 Pie. The both changes here, they are both exactly the same in functionality on XZ3 and XZ Premium. The main thing is with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth functionality, this version gives you an option to automatically turn on Wi-Fi and connect it to it if it is open or already saved before and signal strength is strong. This helps in saving 4G LTE data and use Wi-Fi instead, a feature that is pretty helpful for me. Bluetooth, now if you connect to external Bluetooth headphones, the battery level of the headphone itself will show here on Bluetooth tab. Very easy to use functionality and a very creative one. So if I connect my any of Bluetooth headphones with my device, it will show the name of the device and simply the battery percentage of the connected device. I know this feature was introduced in Android 8.1 Oreo, but Sony totally skipped that version and jumped to Android 9 Pie. So this is a new feature for Xperia users and a very useful one, especially with those totally wireless earbuds that have less playback time than any other wireless headphones or earbuds, so that they know when to recharge and use their headphones. Now let's move over the volume profile and shutdown controls. You will notice when you press and hold the power button, the power control has been completely revamped on both of the devices. It comes out from the right, and again this function has been introduced with Android 8.1 Oreo, but Sony totally skipped that version and jumped straight to Android 9. So this is also a new functionality for Xperia users. The volume control is quite awesome in my opinion. You see, when you click on the volume rocker, it brings up a menu here. Same is the case with Xperia XZ3 here, and for changing its profile from ring to vibrate, you just have to tap this button here. This changes to totally silent mode, this changes back to ringtone mode, and this changes back to vibrating mode, and this is to totally silent mode. Very easy and very good. And you can also change the volume of device, and when you tap on this setting, it goes to the sound settings, which we will get into a little bit later. And these things are exactly same as the Xperia XZ3 firmware, so this is a big change in XZ Premium. Now, notifications of Android 9 Pie have been overhauled with the new animation and great functionality to increase your productivity. As you can see, if a WhatsApp message arrives, the animation is now different, and when you tap on it, the animation to open up the app also is very good looking and pleasing to the eye. It feels like something is going in a flow. The notifications also match with the notifications on Xperia XZ3, so they are identical to each other. And let's go to the settings screen on both of these devices. Here we are. The settings screen has been changed with some subtle changes, not much of a change here, but I think this screen looks cleaner and it is exactly the same as on Xperia XZ3. Like, here we go, the Android version, and same is the case here on XZ Premium. You can notice the notification, it's going like the animations, they are going in a flow, which are very pleasing to eye. See, and when you press back, both notice the animations, they are so sleek and awesome. Now let's get into the display settings of XZ Premium. Here are the display settings, and let's turn on the display settings on here. Well, there you go. These are identical display settings, but the only thing which XZ3 has and XZ Premium doesn't have is the ability to turn on the always on display, because this is an OLED display and this is an LED IPS display, so no way you can use the always on display on this one, because it will use a lot of the battery, but on this mobile you can. The display settings have been changed as well, as you can see on XZ Premium. Or you can say Sony added a little more things under the display department. The obvious change you will notice once you upgrade to Android 9 Pie is that now there are three three presets for white balance calibration. You can set a preset which looks pleasing to your eyes, or simply use the RGB sliders one here below to create a custom white balance value that suits you. Moreover, the thing that isn't under display settings, but I can say and assure you that it is there, is SDR to HDR up conversion. What this does is it takes your SDR content that you are playing on this phone screen and adds HDR elements to it to make it look like HDR with more colors and contrast. The result is not exactly like true HDR content, but this feature is not available on other phones, so it is a plus. And if you see the display settings here, you will also find the same settings of white balance here. Now, the biggest change, the camera app. The camera app has been changed, and overall this is the place where things change a lot. The completely redesigned camera app, as you can see, it is more user friendly, and a little mode button is here on the right that brings up other modes if you choose them. The best thing is that, for example, that I use manual mode a lot and go back, the manual mode stays there. A little button or icon, you can say, it stays there, and I can easily jump into by tapping it and back and forth easily. So no need to tap into mode and select manual. If I use it regular basis, the phone knows it and it is there, like you see here. It is the best thing is that when you choose a mode and go back, it stays there. Well, a good thing it is. Now you can simply swipe up for wait a second. You can simply swipe up for the video and swipe back for the camera, and you can simply use this button here or this icon here to choose between 16:9 or 4:3 aspect ratio, and on runtime you can choose your brightness and color from here. That is pretty easy, and all other settings are here. The image, the still image size, predictive capture, the image stabilization, and all things are in this setting. So a very clean looking app redesign, and it is identical to Xperia XZ3's. You see here, it is identical to XZ3. The mode button is there, and settings are there. You can change your aspect ratio and other thing. It is exactly the same as XZ3, so a big improvement for XZ Premium users. It is a really big change, and yeah. Sadly, there is no HDR video recording on Xperia XZ Premium, even with Android 9 Pie. You can see there is no HDR button here, but if you switch back to Xperia XZ3, there is an HDR button here which you can turn on, and it is now in HDR, and when you turn it off, it comes back. So this function is not available on XZ Premium, even on Android 9 Pie, though it looks very impressive on HDR screens. Functionality wise, the biggest change in camera app is upgraded 960 fps super slow motion with Android 9 Pie. You can record 960 fps super slow motion videos in full HD 1080p rather than 720p. On all other recent flagships like Samsung Galaxy Note 9, you can only use 720p, but on this mobile phone, it's an year-old mobile phone, and they have upgraded the super slow motion to 1080p. So thumbs up for that, Sony. Great work. I've captured some photos to show you guys the quality of pictures and super slow motion in full HD. A slideshow photos will begin following full HD super slow motion footage right now. So we are going towards the end of our review here. The sound quality of Android 9. Let's quickly move towards the sound quality. If you are wondering that volume of stereo speakers increased to match the volume level of Xperia XZ3, then it is not the case here. I can show you. We go here. Sound. You see? Or this is the volume of XZ Premium Android 9, and the volume levels of XZ3 on Android 9 Pie. You can clearly hear the difference, I guess. This is way too much louder. Now, one thing which I noticed, that sound quality via Bluetooth headphones has been improved a lot. Don't get me wrong, it was outstanding previously on Android Oreo as well, but it seems like Sony changed or tweaked the acoustic drivers with this update. The sound, at least via my 1000X M2s, is now more energetic, and with the power a song is played feels real and much more entertaining. And I guess this wraps my Android 9 Pie firmware update for Xperia XZ Premium and a direct comparison with XZ3's firmware. I hope you liked this video, guys. Thanks.